Hi, my name is Daniel, and today I want to share the story of how I fought my fear during my first part-time job. When I was 16, I got my first job as a waiter at a busy restaurant. At first, I was excited, but when my first shift started, fear took over. I was afraid of making mistakes, afraid of talking to customers, and afraid that I wasn't good enough. During my first order, my hands were shaking as I wrote down what the customer wanted. I stuttered when I spoke, and worst of all, I forgot to bring a drink to a table. When the manager called me over, I was sure I was going to get fired. But instead, he smiled and said, "Daniel, mistakes are normal. The only thing that matters is that you learn from them." That moment changed everything. Instead of letting fear control me, I started focusing on improving. I memorized the menu, practiced speaking confidently, and learned to stay calm under pressure. A few weeks later, something amazing happened. A customer complimented me saying, "You have great service." I couldn't believe it. The same person who was afraid of taking orders was now handling customers with ease. That job taught me a valuable lesson. Fear only wins if you let it. But if you face it, you become stronger. Now, whenever I feel afraid, I remind myself of my first job and how I overcame my fear one step at a time.
Let's learn some useful words and phrases from the story to improve our English.
Take over means when something controls you completely. For example, fear took over when I had to speak in front of a crowd. Stutter means to speak with pauses or repeating sounds, usually because of nervousness. For example, I stuttered when I introduced myself because I was so nervous. Compliment means a nice thing someone says about you. For example, she gave me a compliment on my cooking skills. Overcome means to successfully deal with a problem or fear. For example, he overcame his fear of public speaking by practicing every day.